So please tell me your full name, who you are, and what you do.
My name is Gabo Arora. I'm the director of Zikr, a Sufi revival, which just world premiered at the Sundance Film Festival, was recently acquired by Dogwolf.
So tell me a little bit about how you came to make the documentary. What were you trying to do with it when you started out?
What I was trying to do in making this experience was to really use VR's potential as an experiential medium to kind of bring you into a ritual. I think the power of ritual is really incredible. VR is giving us this possibility of being somewhere, but now it's also allowing us to interact with the environments in ways that I think could really help you transcend your reality to kind of understand issues that we couldn't understand without it. So Sufism is exactly meant for that, because in a lot of ways the way to understand it is by having a ritual, and so that's what we're trying to do.
Would you call this a documentary? Would you call this sort of like, I don't know, an interactive experience? What is it exactly in terms of terminology theoretically?
Theoretically, it's the world's first ever interactive and social virtual reality documentary. What that means is that it's based on real people and real stories and real things happening. It's social in the fact that you do it with three other people who are networked in with you into the experience. And it's interactive because you can play music with the band, you can connect with the other avatars, and you can do other things that unlock other experiential triggers within the experience.
Talk with me through your decision for using the HTC Vive over, say, an Oculus Rift for the experience. Was it the audio? Was it the sensors? Was it just the way that you think it's a lot more comfortable for people to put on?
I think for me, my previous experience was also in the Vive. I really like the sensors and the ability to kind of track, and I think it could have been done for other headsets, but I think for our developers it was just easier, and we found that we like that too. While the Rift is very comfortable as a headset as well, I think it just needs a little bit more. It just needs a little bit more work to make it more room scale in how it works. So that's how it's been done. But I don't necessarily have a preference. I think a lot of it was what we thought would work well with the sensors and the networking for people in.
So you come from documentary filmmaking. You understand the importance of Dogwolf's interest in your documentary. This is a pinnacle sort of historical moment. How do you feel as a filmmaker in bridging the gap between virtual reality, social VR, and sort of how it would be potentially distributed around the world?
Yeah, I mean, I've been a huge fan of Dogwolf, and I think anyone who's into documentary filmmaking realizes that they are the greatest in their sort of catalog and the types of stories the types of stories they distribute and support are always things that are, I think, important for the world, yet also have a high element of artistic craft, which is exactly what I've always tried to do with my work. So it was really an honor to be a part of their catalog, to really work with them together to figure out how we could now distribute it around the world. The initial thinking is to use their investment to develop an online experience that many people can network into at once from different locations on Steam VR. I think that would be very exciting. But before we do that, we need to make it more famous. You know, we need people to see that it has in real life presence in museums and installations, much like the Inaratu piece that I think showed that there is a real market for things that are location based. The Void also, I think, has shown there's a real market. So I think we need that combo strategy where people realize that there's a buzz in the town they're in, whether it's London, whether it's in Abu Dhabi, whether it's in Los Angeles. But then, for people who can't get to these places or can't get tickets, who then could then think about, investing in the online thing. The online thing also is something that people can do after they have the experience in real life. I think the in real life experience will be an exhibit and an installation that will give you much further sort of, interactive elements in the world with, as almost like it's an immersive theater piece. But then when you go home, if you want to continue to learn more, continue to experiment with it, it'll continue to give you more in that way. So that's kind of what was really exciting about it. And we need someone like Dogwoof who've shown tremendous success in the traditional realm and now bridge that gap with virtual reality.
So what is it that you're going to be doing now? Are you working on potentially adding to that experience, or are you working on other virtual reality documentaries now that you've seen the success of this one?
Yeah, I always have many projects in the pipeline. So I do have something that's going to be very exciting coming at the end of April. So I'm working on something else now. It's on the topic of nuclear weapons and nuclear disarmament. And so I think it's something that's really, really powerful. We're going to be doing also an installation and a social VR part of it as well. For Zikr, we're looking at making those deals with museums and trying to figure out where we would continue to show it and how that would work. And building it up. But thankfully, we have Dogwoof working with us to really do that. But there are some decisions that need to be made of what some of those experiences and installations would be like. We're also thinking about whether we want to continue to make this a series on religious experiences in general with other religions, or do we continue with Sufism in other countries? I'm really kind of obsessed with music and VR and interaction. Like this, a part of me, I think what made me want to do this experience in this documentary was how much I like, music, but mostly authentic music with amateurs, quote unquote, people who don't necessarily see themselves and who just have music because it gives them something in their life, rather than it being a marketplace commodity.
Just to conclude, can you tell me if you have a website for the documentary that people can find out more information about it?
Well, we have a Facebook page for now, in lieu of a website, but you can find it on Facebook as Zikr Sufi Love. That's what we have.
And do you have a personal website as well where people can look up all of your work as a filmmaker?
Yes, I have a new company that I've just started with Sashka Unsel. It's and also has, and our first sort of project that we've done is Zikr in partnership with Super Bright and Sensorium, and that's called tomorrowneverknows.co.